It's the worst set of mistake. It's the most painful mistake that we were joined together. This set of backward people. It was a terrible mistake we were joined together. You see, the problem started from our independence. When we had independence, we didn't have nationalists. We had tribal champions. People who pretended they were fighting for the independence of Nigeria, but indeed, they were fighting for the interests of their own people. And over time, Nigeria grew up with this mentality that when people are in politics, it's an opportunity to fight for your own tribe. And that's exactly where we find ourselves today. But the two basic ingredients that have divided us far, I hope it's not beyond salvaging, is tribalism and religious intolerance. Let's start with tribalism. Now, let us be very, very factual here. Tribalism cuts across all the tribes in Nigeria, except that one particular tribe takes it too far. What is tribalism? Tribalism is being influenced negatively by your tribal affiliation or tribal affinity. That's what tribalism is. When you see something, you take a decision that favors somebody or decision that favors your tribal interests. That is what tribalism is. Now, trust me, on this internet space, I have seen tribalism displayed at its worst, impression. I've seen it displayed at its worst impression. I've seen very educated people who you would think ordinarily should expand beyond the horizon of tribal proclivity. You will see them trying to make case for what is bad, because the interest in question is an interest seemingly in their brain to protect their tribe. When you see people influenced by a negative drawback such as religion and tribalism, it is caused by an innate insecurity. Tribalism or religion, it is caused by an innate, intrinsic insecurity. You believe if the president is not a Yoruba man, then the Yoruba interest will not be covered. Or if the president is not a Hausa man, the Hausa interest will not be covered. If the president is not Igbo, the Igbo interest will not be covered. And this tribalism is very pronounced in the Southwest. Very, very pronounced in the Southwest. I had an encounter in Niger State and in Ibadan. In fact, just recounting it now gets me worried that in the 21st century, with all the level of exposure, the internet, the scientific breakthroughs, Africa, Nigeria in particular, cannot seem to weave itself out of these tribal proclivities. Hence, it has in numerous occasions led us to choose wrong leaders. Let me address Abati Ibn Muhammad Zakir. As for these ones, I don't really like to talk about them, but since the topic is divide or fix Nigeria, please make sure you call the line. Call the line on your screen, showing on your screen, +234 803 595 6604. Please, it's WhatsApp alone. Call me on WhatsApp. Should we divide Nigeria or fix it? Now, The problem with religion in Africa, in Nigeria, is Islam. Islam, for me, as it is practiced in Nigeria, is more or less a political movement. Because how do you explain people are taught right from childhood to hate, and hate? I've seen it. I'm not just making them up. Children are taught to hate other tribe, other religion, or people from other faith. They are taught to hate them. And when they grow up, they emerge like Abati ibn Muhammad Zakir. Now, someone like Abati ibn Muhammad Zakir would tell you that Atiku or Buhari is the best. Trust me, if you are watching me, you have not seen these people. You have not seen them talk. You could see if you have had an encounter with them, you will see the clear, unadulterated resolve to hate anything that is not Islam. When they approach you, they come from a place of intellectual accuracy. You know, they come from a moral high ground, making you believe that they understand the topic better than you. Okay. Now, the only reason we are talking about separation of this country, quite frankly, mostly, is because of the North, the core North, the far North. The only reason anybody is talking about breaking up this country is because of the North. The North has inadvertently, in most instances, dragged us back. The North, we are talking about breaking up this continent because of the North. And the reason why the North is responsible for the major reasons why we want Nigeria to break is the entitlement mentality that Nigeria belongs to them. They believe that this country belongs to them. In fact, we have seen instances, narratives of people saying that the oil in Bayelsa belongs to them. And then my own, now my own, your own, now our own. For me, there is indeed a solution to fix this country. But the truth is that the components of Nigeria don't want that thing fixed. As a matter of fact, the very people asking that Nigeria should be one and, you know, parading this nomenclature that the unity of Nigeria is sacrosanct, that Nigeria cannot be divided, are the very people that provide the reason why Nigeria should break up. The far North. The far North have the agenda of Islamizing this country. The far North have the agenda of obliterating Christianity in this country. The far North have the agenda of practicing Sharia, which is an extreme version of Islam. You get me? So, if we must fix this country, the question that ordinarily we should ask is, will they not agree to jettison these very factors that are responsible for the outcry of the breakup of Nigeria? Will they not agree? My answer is no. My answer is no, that the North places religion, the far North, they place religion, not as if the religion they place ahead is to better humanity. It's a political tool that is used to subjugate the rest of Nigeria. So, which arrives at the question that if we can't fix Nigeria, does it mean that the only option is to divide this country? The answer is yes. So if we are going to divide this country, how are we going to divide it? Because we have people like, what's his name again? This guy, Abati ibn Muhammad Zakir. I know for sure his type will tell you that he will never... Look, if Peter Obi comes to an election 47 times, he will not vote for Peter Obi 47 times. See, I've stayed in the North now for well over 50 years. I can tell you that the educated Muslim man, please, when I say the North, I'm talking about the far North. The educated Muslim man is far more pretentious than the one on the street, because the ones on the street don't have a mind on their own. The Almajiris on the street, they don't have a mind of their own. Those are the ones that Malam, they will tell that Malam told them to vote here or vote there. So in essence, if Malam tells them today to vote Peter Obi, they will vote Peter Obi. But you see these educated ones, this Mohammed Jamil Musa and this the Abatiko, they are the dangerous one in the North. Because they have education, yet the whole purpose of education, is to create rationalization in your head. Is to be able to be rational when confronted with issues that are divergent, left or right. Then the mechanism that enables you to make a decision is a mechanism of rationalization. Now, what the problem with all these educated Northerners is that they don't have the ability to rationalize. As a matter of fact, they are the ones that are mostly infiltrated by religious dogma. Yeah, the North will. You see, those that are crying for the breakup of this country are mostly Southerners and Christians. Those that are saying Nigeria should not break are the Northerners. You see, let me say something. The far North is fighting for the unity of Nigeria, not because they want to rule Nigeria, but because they know themselves that truly, if Nigeria break, they are gone. Because over the years, they have built non-capacity. They have not built capacity. Are you telling me it is the Almajiris in the North that will become medical doctors, scientists and engineers? Go to almost every hospitals in the country. 80% of doctors in all the hospitals in the country are from the South. Go to almost every hospital. Yeah, what is your name and where are you calling from?
I am Moses Selnamtit by name, sir.
You are from Plateau State?
Exactly, sir.
Yeah,
but I reside in Lagos.
Okay. So, yeah. Are you speaking as somebody from Lagos, or you are speaking from somebody? You are speaking as somebody from Plateau.
I am speaking from the point of view of a man from Plateau.
Okay, so in your own honest view, should Nigeria break or should Nigeria be fixed?
Honestly, Nigeria cannot be fixed. Breakup is the only solution.
Okay. And yes, why do you think Nigeria can't be fixed, to be very honest?
Yes, the reason is, if you look at Nigeria at large, I will accuse the Britain for being so selfish because of their interests. Yeah. Then they selected 3 tribes. Meanwhile, there are other tribes. I strongly believe we have almost 371 different languages in Nigeria.
750.
371.
371, yeah.
Yes, sir. Why these people are not being recognized? Hello?
I can hear you. Go ahead. We can hear you.
Yes. So these people are not being recognized, and they selected some other tribes that they are the major tribes, and these 3 tribes does not agree to each other. They can never agree on a particular term to go with. That is where the issue of tribalism comes in. The problem of Nigeria now is the problem of Nigeria is in two phases.
Is what? Yeah, okay, go ahead. In two phases, okay?
Yes. Number one is tribalism. Number two is religion.
That's exactly what I said at the beginning of the program.
And the problem, the most problem we are having in Nigeria is from the far north. The far north. These people walk like wild animals, like wild donkey. They doesn't think. They doesn't think. Their problem is their religion. If you said anything about anything goes against their religion, they will come after you. And if you look at it, has it been? Let me just say, if Christians should do in the same way that they are doing, at least Nigeria should have broke up since. If Christians should be attacking them the way they did to Christians.
These educated ones, they are the most dangerous one in the far north.
Honestly speaking.
Because the whole essence of going to school is to avail yourself to the world of rationalization. But they are the ones. Do you know it is easier to speak to an Almajiri on the street than to convince an educated Muslim man in the far north? If you notice now, all the northerners that are commenting, you can see how the negative. How many northerners have commented? The first northerner I comment is Abati Ibn Mohammed. What exactly you're sharing here is tribalism. Negative comment. If you go down again, you go to Buhari. What's this one? You go to Mohammed Jamil Musa. You don't drink your gogoro again. I beg. As you just call the gogoro, say my throat can't wait. Then Usman, Ahmed Usman, rubbish. You can't even engage me in a civilized conversation. Now, if you see educated men talking like this, they have this kind of predisposition, then imagine what they sell to the Almajiris. You go to Kano, virtually almost any street, you see tons of unfathered, unparented children begging food and eating remnants. You come to my page and call rubbish. It's the worst set of mistake. It's the most painful mistake that we were joined together. This set of backward people. It was a terrible mistake we were joined together. Even if you are disagreeing with me, put up an argument in a way that suggests you are a human being. All this rubbish, you don't go drink ogogoro. It clearly shows why we are backward. And funny enough, the children of these recalcitrants will become heads of parastatals in the future, and they will smile about it. I finished from the University of Maiduguri. I graduated from the University of Maiduguri. I had to write JAMB 3 times to score 264 before I gained admission to read before I gained admission to read accounting. In the same school, somebody that got 4 pass. I was asking him where to register GSC. He said he's already in year 3. How manage? How manage? Because we have a system in the north that encourages laziness. The system that encourages laziness. You can actually just go to school, get 2 credit or 1 credit, and you still become the what's this guy Malami Abi? This defense, somebody said in charge of security. They just pulled out his certificate, his secondary certificate, no credits, only pass and F9. Yet no university degree, only secondary school certificate. Yet he's in charge of our security. I mean, can you beat that? Can you beat that? We have allowed a situation in the north where competition is no longer respected. They don't have a system where the best is taken out. Because whether you read or you know read or you go work for Ministry of Finance. Whether you work or you no work or your brother go dey politics, go push money, can give you contract. I was in Meduguri. There's this guy, Alhaji. I've forgotten his name. This man is an illiterate. His signature is thumbprint. If he's signing check, his thumbprint. Well, you need to see the type of house he has. Very, very big mansion with another quarters for his wives. Yeah, these are the people. The only thing he has is that maybe he has a brother in Abuja that push contracts to him. That's all. That's all. Whereas educated people with the capacity to change this country are on their phones doing Facebook content. Doing Facebook. If this country break today, breeze go blow, northern yansh go open. Because they've spent, since independence, they've not developed the capacity to sustain themselves. Ordinary gold when I discover for Zamfara, what are you doing with it? Rather than set up a jewelry manufacturing company in Zamfara, you dig the raw materials and you transport it out. The north, the far north, don't have this developmental mentality. It's just about chop, marry many wives, and give birth to children you can't take care of. Just flooding the Almajiri market with children that will grow up to become terrorists. That's all. I mean, tell me one single thing that the core north add to our existence as Nigerian. Tell me one single thing. What's this man name? Usman Ahmed Usman. Tell me one single thing that the North add to our existence. The one value. Nothing. In sports, when we go to Olympic, 95% of those that 97% of those that represent Nigeria in Olympics are from the South. Does it mean that Northerners don't do sports? In entertainment, we currently right now we generate billions of dollars. The likes of Davido, Whiskey, we generate billions of dollars in entertainment in our movie and music industry. The North is not there. Inventions, we invent a lot of things, including Ogogoro that we invented. We make a lot of money from this Ogogoro and on all the inventions we do. They are from the South. All you just do is just find your way to Abuja, get appointment as minister of this or minister of that, and you get money from entertainment, from Ogogoro, from whiskey, from gin. Go to Jos. Once you go into the northern community, you see how dirty, how unkempt, with gutter way. You just like these people are so they like dirty. It's like they like dirty where. It's like them and dirty. They be brother and sisters. I mean, how do you generate people and the only thing you sow in their head is just hatred, violence, kill. And when you see the ones you think that are educated, that will at least say something different, you see them coming to your wall, saying nothing. Not be your fault. It's just that they made Android phone available to everybody, both illiterates. Assuming they feel make illiterates know they get Android phone. This idiot will not have the opportunity to come and comment on my page.
Good day to our viewers all over the world and welcome back to Local Journal. We all know the truth about this country and we know the reason why this country has been stagnated and this country has not been going forward. We know the reason why Nigeria is not developing. We know the reason why Nigeria is not making any headway. We know the reason why Nigeria is not developing. We know the reason why Nigeria is not progressing. We know the reason why Nigeria is backward, and it's not because of the North. And we also know the people who are fighting against the breakup of Nigeria. We know the people who are fighting against the splitting up of Nigeria. But these people are hell-bent on enforcing their own religious ideology on every Nigerian. They want Sharia to be taken or to be like kind of introduced into our constitution and to have a permanent place in our constitution. However, the South that are not interested in all these things, they don't want the South to have their own country. How will Nigeria progress if we continue to practice all these Stone Age kind of religious practices? How do they want Nigeria to grow and succeed? Look at their counterparts, the people who brought Islam to them. Are they practicing the same thing, the breed of Islam they are practicing in Nigeria? No, they are not practicing that. Look at Qatar, look at Saudi Arabia, look at Dubai. These guys are not practicing it. Look at Egypt. These guys are doing well and they are developing their nation. But all these people are doing is just terror. It's just how to steal money, how to like kind of die for their religion and make virgins. Is this the kind of people that the South will think any development is going to come from if they continue staying together? No, there is no way the South is going to develop their own country, develop their own area when they are joined together with the North, because the North will have every right to ask for the same quota and the same energy channeled into developing the South to also be channeled into developing the North, whether it's done by the Southern governors or not. They don't care. They feel they deserve it, and this is the reason why everybody has to have their own country. The both country and the both region needs to be splitted so that everybody can move, develop, and progress at their own wavelength. The recent meeting by the Northern leaders saying that they are against any atom or any plan to break Nigeria is just sham, because the time shall come when all Nigerians will be on the streets and will demand for this whole splitting, because it's becoming glaringly clear that with these people, there is no way we can make any headway in this country. With the North and South together, there is no way Nigeria can progress. There is no way Nigeria can become the great nation that everyone envisage. We have to do what we have to do now to make this country a great one. And if it comes at any cost, Nigerians need to be ready for it, and we all have to start clamoring for this, or we all have to start speaking about this whole thing, so that our children
we
do
don't
not come and be suffering the same fate we are facing today. This is my opinion. Drop what you think about this in the comment section. Like and if today is your first time to visit our channel, please kindly like, share, and subscribe to our channel.